Good morning, happy Sunday morning to you. My name is Damien, the Tall Friendly Atheist Dad, host of the Tall Friendly Atheist Dad podcast. Wherever you are, whatever time of day it is, whatever you happen to be doing, whatever part of the world you happen to find yourself in right now, I hope you're well. And welcome to part one of a new series of me reading the book How to Exasperate Your Wife by Douglas Wilson. And this is going to get hairy. Hit the music.
So far from lies and hypocrisy, with thirst to energy and silence make us brave. Don't ask me the reason why. Just say I only dream in black and white. Future's nothingness, but I can choose another end. Opening my eyes, and you beginning in my life. Without emptiness to feel, I am sure of myself. No mercy until the end.
Hello, yes. My name is Damien, the Tall Friendly Atheist Dad. Just in case you said again, host of the Tall Friendly Atheist Dad podcast. This is me reading, so I can turn my volume. Oh, there you go, I can hear myself a bit better. Yes, so I'm going to play on the screen. On the screen. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go, that's, and on the screen is, a video by Sydney City Transport Vlogs, 24/7, Sydney to Canberra by train, passenger view, real time. So even if you don't want to, there, hello, Justin. Yes. If you did want to watch, sorry, I have a very hard time reading a book and being on camera and trying to make it look all good. So if you want to watch, there is a video of someone taking a train from Sydney to Canberra in real time. So yeah, enjoy that. There we go. That's so yeah. Enjoy that. Yeah. So one of my friends, one of my close friends, Stacey, told me about Douglas Wilson, and as soon as she told me what his shtick was about, I knew I was in for a bad time. So this book is called How to Exasperate Your Wife and Other Short Essays for Men. Now, Douglas Wilson, from what the initial gathering I get, is that he's very much of the position that in a Christian household, the man runs the household, and and women are essentially to be subjugated to their to the men in the household. So this should be interesting reading. So anyway, so this may get offensive. This may rankle you the wrong way. And I'm not reading this because I take perverse pleasure in justifying or giving airtime to repugnant views. I give it airtime because we need to be aware of what's out there. Now, until my friend had told me about Douglas Wilson, I never heard of him. But I think it's important to, counter these views with even better views. So, yeah, anyway. Well, okay, so the train is moving. Nice. So I might actually... Oh, there's a bit of lovely music there. So, chapter 1 is titled The Meaning of Honor. So what I do with these, and all my other series, is I will read through the book bit by bit, and then when, there it is, and then I give my live responses, as they come to mind. And just in case you didn't know, the music before was from the band Victim of Illusion. Head on over to victimofillusion.bandcamp.com and help support independent music artists and all that kind of awesome stuff. So I'm just going to... Cool, that's it there. So, the meaning of honour. So I'm going to start with that. 3, 2, 1. The Apostle Peter tells husbands to live with their wives with knowledge. But many modern men face a barrier when they consider these words. They do not understand women because they do not understand wisdom, and they do not understand wisdom because they do not approach her as a woman. Sorry, that's my knee bumping the table. Throughout the book of Proverbs, a book for teaching wisdom to young men, wisdom appears as a woman. The book begins with 2 women, personifications of wisdom and folly respectively, and it ends with a particular woman. As a woman, wisdom appears under various aspects, and men who would be wise must approach her with all these separate aspects in mind. While some of the feminine aspects of wisdom are not directly applicable to a man's understanding of his wife, several are. First, she is an instructor, a teacher, and a school marm ready to rap our knuckles. Proverbs 1, 20-25, holding us out of the classroom by the ear. Wisdom is a woman who effectively teaches little boy simpletons. This means that a man who pursues wisdom should make it one of his life's pursuits to seek, among other things, to sit still in his desk and try keep ink off his face. Wisdom is pursued with humility. Wisdom is also a wealthy patroness, one who throws spectacular banquets to which we are wonderfully invited. Wisdom hath builded her house, she hath hewn out her 7 pillars, she hath killed her beasts, she hath mingled her wine, she hath furnished her tables. Proverbs 9, 1-2. A man who pursues wisdom should behave as a man behaves who is invited to dine at a palace or mansion. He should respond to the invitation, watch his manners, and eat what is served, all while rejoicing in the wisdom that comes with bread and wine. Wisdom is pursued with gladness and joy. Wisdom is gained with a knife and fork. While all this is important, the remaining aspects of feminine wisdom are more directly relevant to the man who wants to pursue wisdom as a means of learning how to dwell together with his wife. And I was going to pause there for a sec. All right, let me respond to a couple of things there. So I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to play some music by Victim of Illusion. Head on over to victimofillusion.bandcamp.com, and someone just sent me a message, so I'm just going to let me hit that. Awesome, there we go. Music's playing. Good stuff. Enjoy that. So, I suppose if you thought that ideas from 1000 BC, let's be generous and say 1000 BC was still relevant to today, sure, why not, treat everything in this in this dichotomy. But it's a very, yeah, I would say that wisdom is more learnt by intellectual humility and just a willingness to learn when you're wrong. I think all attempts to personify wisdom as either gender are, doomed to fail, because the problem with analogies is that the closer your analogy is to the real thing, you may as well then just say the real thing. Oh, okay, it's Western Australia Day tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, so I can kind of already see where this is going, and it's a bit, And look, in a very Christian mindset, sure, I can see what you're trying to do, but yeah, I think we can do better than to, employ that. It's a bit like reading The Art of War by Sun Tzu and going, hey, this is how we should fight our battles. And it's like, well, Sun Tzu didn't know about, germ warfare and, drones and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, yeah. Like, there is something, like, how can I say, like, the people of the time wrote as best they could. But I think with our modern knowledge, I think we can do better. And I think, I suppose it just makes me a little bit sad that people in 2000 or whenever this book was released, are saying that these ideas from 1000 BC are superior to what we have, what we can come up with today. And I disagree. And yeah, the whole idea of like, you need to learn wisdom to be able to deal with your wife. It's like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's very, very dark. It's just a very bleak view of, of men and humanity and that kind of stuff. But anyway, back to the book in 3, 2, 1. Wisdom is a sexually attractive woman, Proverbs 7:4, and should be sought as any sensible suitor would court a beautiful and intelligent woman. The name sister in this context should be taken the same way it is taken in the Song of Songs, Songs 5:1. The man who passionately courts wisdom here is protected in the next verse from the strange woman who flatters with her words. When wisdom is courted, seduction loses its allure. When the feminine personification of wisdom is courted, a man is protected from very tangible, non-personified hookers and tramps. Oh, God. When men come to see wisdom as altogether lovely, they seek to win her hand. They are sexually protected. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy. Oh, I want to see the next paragraph. I was going to say, you can already tell my response to that. That is, so watch out for hookers and tramps. Yeah. A wise man marries this woman is instructed to be faithful to her. She is a dear wife, never to be forsaken. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not. Neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Proverbs 4:5-6. This is the language of marriage. A man who ditches the actual wife of his youth is thereby revealing that he abandoned another woman, wisdom, some time before. before he leaves his wife for some young Twinkie with enhanced memories, he has he has to have already left wisdom for folly. Oh, this is so yeah, look, I kind of get the analogy I'm trying to make, but it's oh boy. From the very man's perspective, the very tangible, non-personified hookers and tramps. They are sexually protected. But no, I think the thing I would take umbrage at is the idea that if you make one mistake, it's all over. And I don't think that's the way. I really don't think that's the mindset we should be looking at. Like, yes, we should try and avoid mistakes. But sometimes learning from your mistakes is actually the best way to learn things. And I am going through, a what do you call it? You know, I've certainly made my mistakes, and I'm learning from them and learning to be a better person and a better father and a better husband and a better colleague and a better business partner and all that. So I suppose, it's the idea that it's a very absolutist idea that, you better watch out, otherwise everything will go, everything will, you'll have diseases or, stuff like that. It's just, I think there's more wisdom in having a nuanced and balanced view than there is in speaking in absolutes. It's because I think, one of the ways you get wisdom is by making mistakes, is by learning from your mistakes and being intellectually humble in that, you don't know everything and the person over there doesn't know everything, and, it is your life to live and to learn. And I suppose as long as you're honest with your life and how you, let me just, that off there. Yeah, how you live your life and how you, that's actually better. I can hear myself a bit better now. Yeah, what you do with your life is more up to you. Now, I think we should all be philosophical, and we should all be, willing to learn from mistakes and to make a better life. But unfortunately, not everyone does. You have those people in prison who, learned the hard way and are still learning the hard way. May not ever learn by the hard way, but anyway, that's before he leaves his wife for some young Twinkie with enhanced memories, he has to have already left wisdom for folly. Well, I suppose it depends why he's left his wife for some young Twinkie with enhanced memories. Or let's say that his wife is having an affair herself. Why is it? It seems to be only men are capable of affairs. Women are never. No. Oh boy, this is horrendously horrendous. But anyway, let's back to the book. Actually, I'm going to quickly take care of something because there's an argument on Twitter, of course. Let's see what. Alright, there we go, that's... Alright, there we go, that's that there. Now let's back to the book. Let me just hit the okay, interesting choice of music there. Actually kind of works out well with what I'm reading, but anyway, let's boy. Oh, don't say that. Okay. I think the file I got was a bit corrupted, but anyway, let's go around again. Okay. Technology, gotta love it. Okay, so let's go. No, not there. Downloads. Oh lordy! All right, this is gonna get annoying. All right, give me a sec. This is okay. I'll have to re-download the file, but anyway, let's yes, that's that there. And hopefully... Alright. Processing requests, good. Actually, let me log in. So I'm just going to try find... Oh, great. Alright, Eric, let me pick it up from here. See if I can... Sorry for the grade, yeah. Where is it? Okay, there we go, that is opening up, and hopefully it opens up perfectly, as it did before. Oh, pardon me. Hold on, I know how to do it. Let's do it this way. Share. Alright, here we go. Okay, found it. A wise man, I know it's read that. Wisdom is our mother, and speaks to us as her children. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction, and be wise, and refuse it not. Proverbs 8:32-33. In this image, wisdom is our mother. But viewing wisdom as a mother enables a man to see his wife as a mother as well, and this teaches him to respect her high calling. This approach to wisdom, treating her as a woman, collides sharply with the approach of modernity, which sees wisdom as a pile of rocks. These rocks are to be sorted out, counted and organised into smaller piles according to size, colour and weight. The world is thought to be a place of brute facts, all needing to be fashioned into a more efficient ball-bearing factory. The ancient word says that wisdom is a woman to be approached with a rose, a sonnet or both. We think it is a mountain to be raised with strip mining equipment. When it comes to obeying Peter's injunction to live with our wives with knowledge, men of all ages have unfortunately been dense. But modern men have this additional handicap. We have a false understanding of wisdom that distorts how we understand most of the world around us. It is little wonder that we don't understand our wives. Oh boy, that's So that was the end of chapter 1, and yeah, it's... So I suppose the thing that I'm picking up is, one, the lack of nuance, and two, the idea that Yeah, yeah, the lack of nuance, the very absolutist ideas, and also the idea that we in this modern age can't learn anything from the technological and societal advances. We have to go back to this book written, thousands of years ago, and that is something I wholeheartedly reject. I think your life is what you make it. And look, if you think an ancient book has the keys to happiness and success and all that, sure, okay, that's fine. But, how do you prove that is the big thing. Hey, Squeaky Duck. So my daughter's in the room. Yeah, so this whole idea that we can't learn anything from the modern age is kind of it's just weird that in this society of technological advances, and we understand our place in the universe more, that ceding and deferring to a book written by people who wondered where the sun went at night is the ultimate ideal. So anyway, I'm going to head on to chapter 2, and we'll see how. Actually, how am I got for time? Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, that might. Yeah, chapter 2. All right, back to the book in 3, 2, 1. Chapter 2. When Scripture teaches that a wife is the crown of her husband, far more is involved than the idea that a wife is a decorative add-on. The apostle teaches us that woman is the glory of man, and teaches us further that this is a great mystery. Anyone who believes he has the concept down pat is simply demonstrating that he doesn't have the faintest idea. As always, the ultimate pattern of this is Christ and the church. If a woman is the crown of her husband, then the ultimate example of this is the church, considered as the crown of Christ. This is exactly what we find Paul teaching us throughout the book of Ephesians. When he gets to the famous section on marriage in chapter 5, he is not introducing a new subject. The glory brought to Christ by the church is not an incidental glory. The greatness of grace can be seen through how much God actually does in the mystery of redemption. Paul tells us in the first chapter that all things in heaven and on earth are brought together in Christ and united in him, Ephesians 1:10. The marriage of Christ to his bride has cosmic significance. All right, that is. Let me just think. Should I? I'll go one more paragraph. After his resurrection, Jesus Christ was granted universal dominion far above all principality and power and might and dominion, and every name that is named, not only in this world, but also in that which is to come. 121. Notice too that God has placed all things under his feet and gave him to be the head over all things to the church. 122. In plain language, Christ owns everything in heaven and on earth, and this wealth has ramifications for his wife. What he owns, she owns. All right, let's... Okay, this is... Christ owns everything. Oh boy, I remember when I first became a Christian, and I said to one of my friends, Yeah, God owns everything. And his very snappy reply was, God doesn't own my Mega Drive. The Sega Mega Drive. It's so no. God doesn't own. Christ doesn't own the church. Christ doesn't own. Like, how do we? This is weird. Like, okay, where was it? The marriage of Christ to his bride has cosmic significance. What does that mean? What else? Yeah, there was another line that I'm just trying to find. Far out. Where was it? Paul tells us in the first chapter that all things in heaven and on earth are brought together in Christ and united in him. So, what does that mean? And he goes, the glory brought to Christ by the church is not an incidental glory. The greatness of grace can be seen through how much God actually does in the mystery of redemption. What does that mean? If a woman is the crown of her husband, then the ultimate example of this is Christ considered as is the church considered as the crown of Christ. The big problem here is that let's assume that there was a Jesus. When Jesus was on earth, there was no church. So if you want to be cutesy about it, you have to kind of realize that the example of Christ married to the church is that they never met each other. I think so. Oh boy. Yeah, it's just just bad. It's just a bad idea. It's just a bad. I don't know how to say it. It's just it's very. I wouldn't say anti-human, but it's just very simplistic and doesn't take into account the nuance of things, and doesn't, it's just really it's just full of bad ideas with bad justifications, and yeah. Sorry for seeming a little distracted. Just I'm trying to get my head around how, how does this make women happier? How does this tell, because of especially the idea of wisdom. One man's wisdom can be another man's folly. So you kind of have to, work out how you differentiate what works out best. But anyway, I'm going to end the reading there. Yes. My name's Damien, the Tall Friendly Atheist Dad, host of the Tall Friendly Atheist Dad podcast. Check out the podcast, anchor.fm/TFADad. Head on over to Twitter or Facebook, facebook.com/TFADpod, twitter.com/TFADpod, or head on over to www.tallfriendlyatheistdad.com. And check out my occasional rants and reposting of episodes. But otherwise, until next time, look after yourselves and stay safe.
I am sure